My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Blueprints. Give me that money. Should I start with an outside room? I've also got the Blessing the High Roller running today. Each time you draft a shop room, get a ivory die. The first gain 5 gold each time you roll an ivory die. You know what? Let's do it, because if I get the ivory die outside, or rather, if I get a shop out here so that it gives me an ivory die, that's a little bit of additional direction. Having an early ivory die so that it can avoid dead ends, very useful. That's it. Trading post. Items to trade. Thank you for my ivory die. I mean, I have no items to trade you right now. You do have the explosive in there, dynamite, which it says is too dangerous to handle. However, I have also found in the last episode a self-igniting torch, which says that it lights fuses. So I'm a little interested to see if I can light the fuse in that room and blow up the trading post. Dining room. Each day a meal in the dining room is served after rank 8 has been reached. I'm happy to do that because it opens in the correct directions for us. Before I leave, open the other ones. Den or hallway. Hallway so that I've got a key, thank you kindly. Oh, wow. Courtyard, corridor. Gimme courtyard. Oh, that's a shovel. Thank you. We take those. Oh, I could have had a root cellar. Whatever. Diggy, diggy, diggy. Ooh, an ordinary key. Thank you kindly. Shovel's obviously huge. Security, and it points in pretty good direction for us as well. Thank you kindly, yes. A nook, corridor, pantry. I'll happily take a nook here for an additional key. We've got hallway and dining room both leading out bottom ways. I'm going to head through the nook first. Passageway. And it leads in a lot of useful directions. I'm going to take passageway, which means now I've run out of gems, so I kind of want to retreat to earlier rows to try and do stuff there, because I don't want to go into that room and then have to draft all 3 adjacencies without having any gems to use. Our mini little benefit here. Set security level lower. Thank you. Happily log off that PC. None of them leap right back in the right direction, unfortunately. I've got to draft pantry here. I want to get rooms further away right now, so I'll head into pantry after... Ooh, right, I forgot about picking up my enjoy a lunch. After I reach rank 5, I'll gain 10 footsteps. Store and billiard room and commissary. Commissary would be super useful, but I'll take the billiard room in the meantime. And the billiard room has, thankfully... Oh, just a puzzle for us this time, but thankfully the puzzle is often going to give us keys or a key card. 9 is 9. 1 plus 3 squared is 4 squared is 16. 4 minus 1 squared. No, wait, it's 4 squared minus 1. 4 squared minus 1, 15. And then divided by 3 is 5. 8 squared is 64. Minus 20 is 44. Divided by 4 is... divided by 11 is 4. Just natural keys this time, unfortunately. Significantly less useful than the other things it could have given. Den, storeroom, and spare bedroom. I'm going to take the storeroom for 2 additional keys, a gem, and money, because I can already head back out through the pantry in the other direction anyway. So this doesn't lock me from getting a new room, it just gives me a little bit of resources for accessing those rooms. Oh, dig room. A worthless old tin can, sadly. I'm going to head out through the hallway first, I think. Funeral parlor is ideal. There is a world where I could take the hallway closet and just hope that the passageway gives me a draft to the south as well. Actually, I really like that, specifically because the hallway closet adjacent to a hallway, 3 items. Ooh, a gem, an ivory dye, and... oh, running shoes. Okay, running shoes are at least worth getting them this early. A gem... oh, I'd left a key in this room. A gem's certainly useful. Oh, I'd left a key in this room. I hadn't gone into the room yet. That makes sense. I keep forgetting the plans that I keep making. It's okay. I remembered them. This time. Come on, some draft to the south. Drawing room, that'll do it. Gotta draft the others before I leave here. Funeral room. All of these terminate, unfortunately. I'm gonna redraw. Boiler room, but it terminates as well. I'm gonna take the utility closet, because now at least I can set stuff. Yeah. I think I have to go to the security room first before I actually do that. So I can set the security level to high, and then the... if power is out, open the doors. Great. And then as soon as I turn the power out in that room, I'm now going to be able to access every keycard room without a keycard. Quite handy. Dark room on. Gymnasium off. Garage on. Keycard system off. I could do that, but I don't think there is any chance that there's another item on the other side that I should care about, right? It's just for turning on the power to the grotto, which I already did. Wine cellar. Bedroom leads back in the right direction, at least. Wine cellar is a bunch of gems, though, but the bedroom leads back in the right direction. Literally, the up and down are already handled by the drawing room over to the side. Oh. Okay, I did enter the room. There's some coins there. I will pick them up and then draft a room before I leave. Walk-in closet. I gotta tell you, it's not ideal, but it's a lot of items. Keycard. Alright. Well, I got as much access as I could possibly need, as well as a gem there. Keycard, 2 gems, and a key, rather. I mean, I'm happy to have the gems back. Give me the ability to draft good rooms. Commissary? Yes. Absolutely. Oh, but redrawing floor plans, is that... I think... oh, I don't know if I can do it at the moment. I think if I redrew, it would still give me 5 gold, but the commissary is the one that I would want to redraw into, so rolling away from it in order to get the money in order to use it. The commissary seems like a bad idea. Give me a metal detector, sledgehammer, salt shaker, and I'll buy as many gems as you'll give me access to. Turns out at the moment that is 2 gems. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Yes, please. It also leads in the direction that I do want it to go. And it has dig spaces. An unremarkable rock. Pick up another key as well as a rather dirty old coin. Pool. Perfect position for the pool to be in. Gives us a bunch. Workshop. Oh, lunchbox. Oh, lunchbox is going to be eaten as soon as I go to the north, though. Metal detector shovel becomes a better version of the shovel. I think I should do that. Broken lever. Oh, can I use the lever sledgehammer? Okay, I need a power brick in order to get the ability to break things down. And then I'm looking for the greenhouse and the weights room, because I got things to break down. Shovel and metal detector. Kind of an obvious one there. Gonna make sure the keycard can't just join with anything else. Running shoes can't just join with anything else. Yep, no, metal detector and shovel creates the detector shovel. Greater chance of finding keys and money, and much greater chance to find keys and money whilst digging as well. I do have a bunch of keys this time, so you're welcome. Oh, boiler room. Bunch of adjacencies to that. Den, bunch of adjacencies. But boiler room, bunch of adjacencies to that, as well as power. Can't be particularly sad about having power. Diggy spots. Diggy. Maybe it was only when I had the root cellar I found digging in this room. Chapel leading again in some really useful directions for us. Chapel will also have money, right? Because yes, the piggy bank is still revealed. Boiler room to the north gives us... Oh, dark room, that's fine. I can just go back to the breaker switch. I've got to go in to get the light to turn off, and then I can go back to the breaker switch. I mean, first off, check for any items. Oh, of course. No, it's there or there. They are. Oh, kitchen food for sale. Guest bedrooms, a lot of footsteps. Great hall, that's one of the antechamber opens. I mean, it uses a lot of keys. I have a lot of keys. I kind of want to re-roll here. Office, and it points out in the right direction. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Woof. Utility, security, boiler room. This mechanarium would have 4 open doors for each room. But they can't lead anywhere. Do I re-roll again? It is more money. There's the freezer. Code check with a treasure map in it. Oh, I do have a shovel. Lab, but it leads in the right directions and it has experimental house features, which I do want. Oh no, I want everything. Okay. Give to me a laboratory. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then a letter will be delivered to the mailroom, a chest is added to the entrance hall, or lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. Woof. Whenever you draft a shop room is also a choice here. I don't want to be losing steps. But I think the small chest in the entrance hall might be a good idea for us. Whenever you draft a red room. Study. When drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. I don't really have gems to do that with. Spare bedroom leads us in a good direction, at least. Out to the possibility of that foundation access from this side, even. Yeah, the office would lead down to it. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Gymnasium. Whenever you enter the gymnasium, lose 2 steps. And it leads us down into that foundation. That's really useful. Also, experiment successful. Couple coins here for us. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to drafts, or West Wing Hall, which goes up and down. Oh, it's got to be the West Wing Hall. Here we have... Oh, really? No? Okay, good. 2 dig spots for our detector shovel to give us additional keys. Each of them obliges. Indoor nursery. Whenever you draft another green room, 2 gems will spawn in that room. I could connect all of the rooms if I take this den. And it gives me a gem, which I do want. Come on, connect us back to the pantry. Boudoir would do it. So would funeral parlor. And that gives us gems as well. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Also now at our entrance hall, we'll have two? Yeah, 2 chests, which we can break open with the sledgehammer. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different entrances, exits rather, for the top side of this run. The other 2 boxes are true. If this is true, then the other 2 boxes can't be true. Because if they were true, all 3 of you are true, which means you are false. The other 2 boxes are blue. You are also false, which means this one is true. The other 2 boxes are empty. I'll snag my money and apple while we're on our way through here. Salt shake it a little bit. Security courtyard dining room. I'm just going whip, whip. And then I can just head back up the other way. Yeah. We're just doing a big loop so that I can actually go back to the opening room and pick up the items from it. Oh, 2 ivory die and 4 coins. Very worthwhile. Car keys and the gem. I mean, if I can spawn the garage on the far left side, I now will. Do I head back up to the West Wing and do it that way? Maybe. Maybe I should be proceeding from the West Wing now. There is also the trading post outside, where I could try and trade those car keys. And my key card. Actually, My keycard can't do anything for me. I've already turned off all of those switches. So, why not get some value out of it? Oh, also, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to get into the utility closet to turn the darkroom switch back on as well. Dynamite. A little too dangerous to pick up, you say. But I see that fuse. Keycard, 3 ivory dice. Sledgehammer would be coin burst. Salt shaker would be battery pack. That's good. Because that means I can go battery pack, the broken lever, and the sledgehammer, and I can get the upgraded sledgehammer. Broken lever would also become battery pack. Detector shovel becomes prism key. Car keys, compass. Yeah, compass is more important. I'll take car key, compass. And then keycard for 3 ivory die, please. And then salt shaker for the battery pack. Insane value out of the room there for us. We can see we're juggling a very, very respectable amount of resources now as well. One up, 1, 2, 3. Do I go back to commissary? Commissary had some more gems. I should go back to the commissary and buy the gems before I leave. Darkroom switch goes back on. Gymnasium switch is off as well. So that's why the thing in there is not costing us additional footsteps. Hello, commerce. Oh, I could have probably... Wait, no, I traded a salt shaker. I don't have a salt shaker. Now it says I've still got a salt shaker? I was about to say, maybe I should have traded my metal detector and my sledgehammer, but I don't have a salt shaker or a metal detector, but it's still not giving me the ability to buy an extra one. So it considers those items sold out after you buy a single one. No matter what. Got it. I mean, I was otherwise going to head back up to the West Wing Hall, but that was so that I could use the garage. But right now, I can head back up to the workshop and then to the newly turned on dock. Sledgehammer battery pack. Broken lever. Give me the power hammer. Alright, game, I dare you to give me the weights room. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I don't have many footsteps left. That's my primary problem. Food would be great. If I go up one more space, I have unlocked the 8th rank. Which will come with a little bit of food for us. Oh, East Wing Hall. Greenhouse! I have to take this because it's progress, because that thing has broken lever. Oh no, I can't do it, but I can break down this wall now. That's not what I thought was going to be behind that wall, but I will go there in a second. Ordinary key, a little bit more money. A watering can as well. Metal detector. What is the final item you say that I've missed? Oh. We coined back there. The original Gardener's Logbook. From February 1990 to When I Get Fired. This is probably the logbook of Denny Ravane. She loves me not. She loves me not. Counting across the leaves of that holly.
This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should this logbook ever be found, know that my guilt is exceeded only by my failings.
As the groundkeeper of a vast estate, it is my responsibility to ensure the property remains well maintained and beautiful all year round. From the many green rooms to the manner of the sprawling lawns, it is my duty to attend every aspect of the ground, ensuring they are orderly, presentable, and accessible so they may be appreciated by both guests and the family.
That'd be the day.
This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record of some of my duties, discoveries, and contributions I've made to the estate over many years, and I have served here as groundskeeper, and however many more are to come.
Not many, apparently.
And then Denny Ravine is crossed out. February 25th, 1990. A few months ago, I made a truly remarkable discovery in my role of Mount Holly horticulturalist. Through years of breeding and experimentation, I successfully created a new species of flower with a fruit that resembles a gemstone in every detail. Though the fruit is not edible, it is nevertheless a marvel of nature, possessing a beauty and brilliance of a genuine jewel, but with the added benefit of being entirely organic. Despite the creation of this flower being my proudest accomplishment to date, my joy was slightly curbed when I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Sinker, had decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, completely disregarding my years of hard work and dedication to this project.
This decision was absolute rubbish.
I poured my heart and soul into this project, investing countless hours of research and experimentation to create something truly extraordinary. I feel this flower has the potential to make significant impact on the field of horticulture, and it feels like such a waste to keep a gem like this hidden away for, quote, future research.
As I suspected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to produce resources for the special floor plans.
October 21st, 1990. Wait, okay, so this is someone coming back and writing over the top of their own stuff. Okay, so this is all gonna be the same voice then.
October 21st, 1990. I had high hopes for this logbook, but I've struggled to find a reason to add another entry. My employer's decision earlier this year has left me feeling disheartened, and I find it difficult to find any motivation to continue in my work. I'm aware that my disappointment is affecting my performance, and I'm reminded of that daily when I see the houseplants slowly dying as I make my rounds. Perhaps I should quit. I really should have. January 8th, 1991. My ambition is being reignited. I overheard, perhaps with some prodding, that the employee contracts for the staff are kept within the Baron's private office on the 10th rank. A fact that I found quite remarkable, considering that the house has only 9 ranks. This all but confirms the long-held suspicion that the rumored 46th room is, in fact, north of the antechamber. A suspicion I'd always considered too obvious to be plausible. As much as I wish to abandon all pretense of caring about my job and focus on this new project, I fear I must resume my gardening duties for the sake of appearances. It has, after all, been a long time since the north side of the house has received the groundskeeper's undivided attention. Let's trim the hedges and see what we find. January 11th, 1991. If there is a 10th rank, it's impossible to perceive its existence from the outside. So if it does exist, then I'm gonna assume it can only be reached through going through the antechamber. Sadly, security has gotten tighter in the years since Mary's disappearance, and that room is no longer behind regular doors that can be opened with regular keys. No, that'd be too easy. Instead, the Baron has installed remote access levers in different rooms of the house. Funnily enough, I actually know the location of 3 of these levers, as one was recently installed in the greenhouse, and another 2 were installed in the secret garden. It's almost like they were choosing green rooms just to tempt me. Antechamber lever locations.
There's one in the secret garden, Mechanarium. Interesting. Secret garden, Mechanarium. Oh, they're listing 2 locations for each of those ones. Got it. Secret Garden and Mechanarium also has another Mechanarium. That's such a blank room. I guess maybe if you spawn enough doors in the Mechanarium, one of those doors then has a lever. There's also the Great Hall and the one in the Secret Garden that is sealed. So there's 2 in the Secret Garden, one that's primary and then one that's sealed in there as well. There's also one in the greenhouse and one in the weight room, which is also sealed. I'm trying to draft the weight room to open that one now. It appears each antechamber door has one primary access lever in addition to a redundancy in another location.
March 10th, 1991. Although these past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have, in that time, gained a much greater mastery of the estate and the stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils her many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. The stale quality of the air and the unmistakable aroma of corroded metal led me to believe that this chamber has remained sealed for many decades. Within it, I found a large vat of copper steel. Still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with creeping veins of oxidation and rust. I'm unsure if these instruments can be restored to working condition, but if they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away in the root cellar. Resealed in January after deal in Reddington fell through.
Interesting. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms. What outer room? Sealed behind a false wall. Interesting.
August 4th, 1991. At last! I finally discovered the secret location of one of the north levers. It's deep underground in a location so far removed from any of the estate's plant life that had I been discovered, I would have had been completely vulnerable with no excuse but curiosity to offer my captor. As anxious as I was to pull it, I decided to wait until the Baron is away, as it reduces the risk of being caught significantly. And once he leaves, I don't think a delay in returning would be too hard to engineer now that Kristoff is under my thumb and beholden to do whatever I command. Sinclair's Inner Sanctum. August 15th, 1991. Well, there is no turning back now. After finally reaching the objective I'd been working towards for the past 4 months, I made an impulsive decision in the heat of the moment and took more than just my contract. I found something that I knew could give me the chance to make back some of the money I felt was owed to me, and I grabbed the opportunity without really considering the consequences. Given that there is now only one missing file in the staff contracts, I have unwittingly left an incriminating trail leading back to me. My only hope is they consider it too obvious to be plausible. I'm almost positive I'm not going to get away with it, but at this point, I feel I owe it to myself to get what's coming to me, one way or another.
So that is Denny Ravane deciding to blackmail Herbert Sinclair with the blackmail note from Worth Lord. That is the blackmail note that Worth Lord was using to say, hey, my dad and his friends used to dig under your estate, and it'd be a shame if I told the press about it. And then it looks like Denny Ravane found that letter, picked it up, and was like, it'd be a shame if I told the press that you didn't want the press told about this. Ooh. And certain letters have been cut out here as well. The letters of C. I'm going to record these. C-O, that's either a P or a D. C-B, A-T-E, and at together. So let's do that. You have a C, definitely a C. O, definitely an O. That could be a P or a D. There is another C. Another B. T, an E, an A, and then an AT next to one another. And you weren't... No, you weren't using those in here. So you were cutting out a ransom note, which means maybe you didn't actually do the ransom that we saw, because ransom notes are often created trying to hide one's own handwriting by cutting out words, letters, from other magazines, newspapers, etc. That appears to be what's going on here. However, the blackmail note that we saw was handwritten, and it was not especially different to Denny's text. Interesting. Oh, whoa. Oh, you can exit out the other side of the greenhouse now. Oh, that's so cool. There's a maid's chamber. Most likely to find items lying around the house. I'm going to take a reroll. I would love to get up into that corner without using a maid's chamber. Aquarium will absolutely do that for us. Thank you kindly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have enough steps to be able to get back to the dining room now, but if I move forward one step, I'm going to have to rely on luck. Does that mean I need to go back right now? 1, 2, 3. Also, what, this doesn't count as a green room for getting gems? Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back to be safe. Of course, I can draft this room before I leave. Lavatory. I lose 5 steps whenever I draft a red room, unfortunately. Indoor nursery whenever you draft another green room. Not interested in that. And the pool, I'll reroll. Weight room, lose half of your steps, but that is exactly what I was looking for as well. Because there's something in that room that I can open. That said, I could get the guest bedroom. Get myself a couple additional steps. You know what? Give me the guest bedroom. I'll take the additional steps that gives me access to and use that to more leisurely... I didn't even break the thing in the chapel. I can if I need to, though. This has the benefit of also taking me through the entrance hall, which has a another chest. There we are, ready to break open. 3 keys in, hell yeah. Stuffed wild quail gives us 20 footsteps, as well as an additional 10 if we have a trophy room, which we don't, unfortunately. One, two. I already finished the funeral. So, yeah, I can just head up out the other side of the West Wing Hall now instead. May even end up connecting back in the future. Armory, weapons and armor for sale. So, I kind of feel compelled to spawn this because I want to know if there are ever any different. Oh no, the armory itself It's showing me that the... I know what I gotta do. First off, it's not always the same items? Hang on. Wait, what? The axe. You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from one room. Costs 32. Okay, never mind. They do have different items. I was looking at the pitch for the armory, and it looked like it was showing me that it's always got the Morning Star, the torch, and the shield. That doesn't appear to be the case. Very useful to know that's not the case. Night Shield. Once per day when drafting, you can equip the Night Shield to ignore the negative effect of any one red room. That will give me the ability to draft the weights room without ending my run. Morning Star, can knock the locks off of chests and trunks. Tomorrow morning, gain an additional star. I'm also going to take that. I know I don't need it. Solarium, Corridor, and Secret Passage. Honestly, I think I can take Corridor. And then I just get to be especially picky with the room that hopefully connects Chapel, Corridor, and goes upwards. Cloister will do that. I could also go Observatory, and I don't have to connect through the Chapel. I can go back through Aquarium to get back to the other side of the house as well. This also gives us an Observatory. Cloister, I would have the ability to finally open and dig. Yeah, I gotta do it. So, there we are. It's that, and then that. Thank you to the Solarium for giving me the clue that allows me to do this. Also, oh! Mr. Nogula, if you are reading this, it seems that the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting much overdue maintenance. I left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day whilst working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Mrs. Babbage. Thank you for the allowance token. I didn't even see those from the outside. Digging time for a couple old coins. And the silver key. Useful. Ah. An additional coin, just hanging out. And Cloister, we can draft to the north from here. Boudoir. I mean, Boudoir does lead in the direction I do want to go. Boudoir. I see. A single coin on the ground has got my metal detector going wild. Can I? Okay, cool. It'll accept either date format, 1225 or 2512. I've just always done 1225 on this one. Give me money. Kitchen. I actually don't really desperately need kitchen right now, to be entirely frank and honest with you. I'm gonna take a reroll. Laboratory study in Great Hall. Give me Great Hall, because not only do I have a bunch of keys, but also I've got a metal detector, which is very good at telling me where I need to go in this room. Because if there's any items in any of them, it would tell me. Sadly, it didn't, but maybe we find the drafting room. No, patio goes down the wrong direction. There's also the Mountain Holly gift shop, souvenirs for sale. I don't appear to have a lot of money-making potential necessarily this run, so that seems a little less likely to be useful for us. Kitchen, food for sale, going in the wrong direction as well, but this time at least I have another exit out of the Great Hall if I need it. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Gems are not really a problem for us right now at all. I'm going to redraw again. Study. While drafting, you may spend gems to reroll floor plans up to 8 times. Yep. Seems pretty good to me. Now, here's the thing. I've been thinking about this room a lot because the safes are related to a date. Each safe is related to a date, right? What date would this safe be? I have one guess, and it's based on the fact that this study has a queen in it. The queens are associated with the late Lady Clara Epson. Oh no, it's gonna be like Light That Torch or something. It's not Light That Torch. So what dates are important to the late Clara Epson? I tried 1983, which is the year that she died. However, I also know the year that she got married. Courtesy of... Where are we? Formative information. No, none of those. Where are we? Courtesy of the Sightseer's Guide. We know that when Lord Epson died, his son Lionel Epson left and never returned, but Clara stayed until her marriage in 1951. Damn, I was so confident. They also celebrate, that is, Simon Sinclair and Clara celebrate at the In Eclipse Ball in 1952, so I'll try that as well. Alright, I'm also just going to try 127, the solution we get from the classroom, literally just because it's like a hanging number that I haven't been able to utilize yet. Right. Well. This seems like this should be useful. Right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, D8. It's all, the queen is always on D8 as far as I've found in this room. Is that supposed to tell me the queen's date? Queen D8, queen date? Maybe? The thing is, I don't know too much about queens. Maybe the date of birth of the queen? Do I know that? Maybe we have, in December 9th of 1924, the Desolate Princess was born in exile. Prince Rolf, the grandson of Desolate IV, had the daughter Catelyn Yeare, who took her mother's name as is offered in Arashan tradition. So perhaps 1924? A birth date associated with that would be 0925? No, 0925. It's not 25, 0912. Or 1209, which I imagine is not going to be the case. What about 9083? The code that we still have that doesn't do anything. I mean, I know that that was a red code, but maybe it's only a red code because it doesn't give us the code for the door that it's otherwise suggesting it might be for. The Flight of the Queen. So in the office, there is the Flight of the Queen, the March of the Count, the Fall of the Lord, the Passing of the Barons, the Hearings of the Major. Now, I wonder if that means... I wonder if that means that we need to... Well, I mean, I've wondered for a while if that means that I need to find the dates of each of those things occurring. But the flight of the Queen, when would the flight of the Queen occurred? I mean, perhaps the Queen ran away. Like that's her. She's the royal that ran away when Finalizing went down. So that was what date? What date? What date? We do actually have information on that. March 10th, 1886 is the date that occurred, and the royals fled to Araja in shame. 1886? No. I'm going to try that again, just in case. 1886. Okay. March 10th was also the date that occurred. March is the 3rd month, I believe. Is indeed. So that would be 0310. Or 1003. Final thing I'm going to try is 1929, which is the year that the realm decided to dismantle the realm's railways. I don't think that's necessarily relevant to this room either. It's also worth saying, like, I don't have good reason to believe that this room is actually related to Clara Epson, except for the fact that there is a queen in the corner. In fact, if anything, I don't know if it's possible with this little time left. I've got to ask Anne to commission new artwork for all the house. I'm like delusional if I think it can be pulled off. Like, this would tend to suggest that this is Baron Sinclair's room. I do know the date of Baron's death. How morbid would it be if he set his own safe to the date that he was going to die? I have to say, I wouldn't put it past the old man. Died November 4th in the morning at age 73. Okay, let's try November 4th, 1104. It seems to take the date in either order, but I am trying each of them for, as I am finding out, no good reason. He was born in 1920? Well, I think it's about all the information I have for this room at the moment, unfortunately. Damn. There has to be something I'm missing that'll give me additional detail. This feels like the most relevant thing. Like, queen date, queen date, queen date. So, like, a date related to the queen. That's... It's probably not that, but it feels like it might be that. Oh! Absolutely, I'll take just a random upgrade disc in the room by itself. But also, why did my detector shovel not have anything to say about that? Yeah, I knew that was going to be the case. This one leads out to a room, thankfully. And then one of those is going to lead to a switch. I don't need to hit a switch. I'm going to go out this way. Library, more uncommon rooms. I'm going to redraw because none of these take us out to the left. Again. Wow. We got some nice additional money, though. Okay, using a gem to reroll there did not give us additional stuff, unfortunately. Maze chamber, less likely to find items laying around the house. That's a red room, so it will take some steps from us. Whoa. Whoa, the Mila statue isn't here anymore. Very curious. None of those head out in the right direction, so it's gem to redraw. Ooh, treasure trove. Do I dare terminate my path with the treasure trove? I'd have to basically look for a shop out of the other ones. Conference room does open us up in the direction that I want to go. Give me the conference room. Library, and it drops out the correct direction as well. Absolutely, I am going to... I don't think I need the full copy of Realm and Ruin. That's probably the last thing I need, because I've got enough information to be able to guess most of that stuff. So I got the history of Arindia first. Give me new clue, Marion Marigold. I really want a wait room, but... Ooh, it's not gallery, it's not gallery. Attic, 8 items. Incrementing the treasure trove seems good as well, because the chest in there can be relevant. No, I'm gonna go for the items. Coin purse. Gem. Another gem. Third gem. Safe deposit box. Ooh. Key and gem, and I think that's us. No. Hang on. There's another something in this room. Trying to evade me. Oh. It was a key in plain sight. I really want the wait room. I got the stuff so that I would be protected against it. I really want the wait room. All right. There it is. Thank you. We've got one of the entrances open, just in case I do want to go there. One, two, three. And I could even break that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the thing. If I go and generate 2 new rooms and I find any way to generate food, I can do a bunch of stuff. If I can't, then I need to decide what I'm doing. And going to the Armory in order to remove something from our pool? It's really important. I got a lot of money right now, so 13 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I can draft both of these, and it would be 12 to get into one of them. Unfortunately, none of those rooms has an upgrade disc. So here's the thing. I'm going to go to the Armory first. You may use the axe to permanently remove the gem cost from one room. So what needs to not have a gem cost for us? Things that provide gems, but also things that are common and cost a lot of gems. Vault is not common, it's rare, in fact. Hallway. I mean, passageway is common and costs 2 gems. You know what? Yep. No cost. That's free for us. That seems exceptionally good value. Save myself 2 gems per run. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've saved some steps so I can afford to do this. It would have been the running shoes that would have saved a step for us. Oh, upgrade for aquarium. Yes, please. Oh, an additional a power source. Really? 10 gold. Fine. Fine. A second power source? Yes, please. Yes, please. That's incredibly important. Well, now I have to decide if I think that I should break the piggy and get the money from the piggy. I think not. I think we're reaching like a natural terminus of our run at the moment. I think I could eke a very small amount of additional value out of it if I use that, but also I would be taking that value away from a future run. Oh, I also still haven't even dug up in this room. Oh. Whole load of loot here for us. Wine cellar, rumpus room, and solarium? Rumpus room for another vision of the future, wine cellar. None of these have food, so I feel like I'm compelled to redraw. Coat check gives me a treasure map that I wouldn't be able to do anything about. Mechanarium, actually. Hang on. 1, 2... Wait. 1, 2, 3... 4... 5. I got 5 exits for the mechanarium. Honestly, I believe that that means I'm able to spawn the additional, the switch in there. I'm also going to draft north before I leave so that I know what's happening. Special key, what could you open? Special key is just silver key for a room with a bunch of doors. A room with a bunch of doors is not actually necessarily useful for me right now. Mail room. A package will be delivered here the day after the drafting room. I mean, it's some good setup to do here. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be filling out every room, but whatever. I'm honestly not too fussed about that. This one seems to have something behind it. Excuse me? A sanctum key. Okay. Another... Oh, why? Please give me food. Okay, so the Mechanarium doesn't have door access to other rooms. Yeah, neither of those has access. Mechanarium doesn't have door access to other rooms. It has door access to these side rooms, given additional value. Neat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting back to a room where I can actually use this, unfortunately. I guess my best case is to save an additional step and then run into this room and then hope there's an item in this room. There is not. This is where we're going to be ending our run. We may not have knocked down everything that I wanted to knock down in that run, but we knocked down enough. Mount Holly Garden Shopping Center. 5 green rooms, 4 shop rooms, 44 total rooms. 6 ranks reached, 101 steps taken, and 18 items found, rather. Pretty damn pleased with that. We got a lot of meta progression as well. We now have a passageway that costs no gems. We've opened a second exit to the greenhouse. We now know how to navigate the cloister. We got additional allowance for having done so. We also now have aquarium as a power source. We know, given the way that we broke through the greenhouse as well, additional positions for additional levers. I still haven't found the secret garden. I would love to find the secret garden at some point as well. And we've got some more mail coming for us tomorrow, as well as a new clue by Marion. For the moment, I'm going to call that a day. I can tell you that my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprint's top left series playlist for all the content of the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. String past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Eloise. Hopefully, y'all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully, we'll see y'all next time.